Hey house guests, welcome to today's Big Brother 17 updates and spoilers. Our house guest of the day is Petra Valdez. What up, girl? Hope you're having an awesome day. Alright, it was another crazy day in the Big Brother house and my brain is on fire right now, so let's just jump right into it. Clay, Audrey, and Shelly were all chatting yesterday and Audrey was like, "You guys are my ride or dies," which is funny because she used that exact term when talking to Day just a little bit earlier. Who is it, Audrey? So she tells Clay and Shelly, "I'm just pretending to be close to Day right now, but you guys are like the real deal." So she says that the reason that she doesn't want to align with Day is because she doesn't want to align with a ticking time bomb. Pot meet kettle much? I mean, really. Audrey is like, I can't even. Alright, how many of those phrases can I use in one spoiler? It gives me life. Okay, so Clay and Meg were then out by the hammock, and Clay is like, "Meg, you're my #1 girl. Shelly's right behind you." I think Shelly would have something to say about that. So they're talking about how they're not really sure if they want Jace to go this week. Why the hell not? Why are people saying this? Jace needs to leave or I'm gonna lose my mind. So Audrey joins them a little bit later and she's bringing up a new concern because there's gotta be something crazy going on every day to get everybody freaked out about. So she's like, "Guys, I think that Becky is trying to form this like strong girls thing." So she's saying that there's a potential girls alliance with Becky, Vanessa, Jackie, and Liz. And she's especially paranoid about Jackie. She's just, "I don't think we can trust Jackie anymore. We can't trust Jackie." No. So that will come up again because it's a huge source of drama. Alright. It's time for a meeting of the minds with Austin, Liz, and Jace, everyone's favorite trio. So Austin is like, "We're the cool kids, we're gonna be evicted early because we're too cool for school." I think it's because you're a D-bag, but maybe it's the cool thing, but I'm pretty sure it's the D-bag thing. So then he goes on about how half the house are nerds that are being led by Steve. Did I miss the part where there was like another twin twist in the house and Austin is switching out with his twin, Ogre, from Revenge of the Nerds? Because that's what it looks like. But anyway, Steve and Vanessa, I feel like we never talk about them. They are starting to play the game. Alright, so they have what seems like a pretty good connection between the two of them. They're cool with each other, they want to keep each other safe. And they're starting to branch out a little bit too, away from each other. So Steve was working out with Clay yesterday. He's trying to get in with the bros a little bit. Vanessa also had a very good strategy chat with Clay. They want to work together. And Vanessa's getting very close with Austin. They've been talking quite a bit. They've had some really long strategy talks and they definitely want to work together. And I think it's the same thing that Vanessa was thinking when she was giving out the immunity for the week. Austin has what she doesn't. She's got the brains. Austin has the brawn. They want to make lots of money. You guys know that song? Okay, so anyway, this is really random, but last night, Jace decided to streak through the backyard. Everyone was just like, "What?" Like, usually people are like, "Yeah!" But this time, everyone was just like, and it was so sad because after, Jace was just like, "Oh man, I hope that's gonna make the show. Do you think it's gonna make the show? Do you think, can someone make a gif of that and put it online, please? Oh my god." So my thing is like, Cody, my thing is like, you're gonna put that hat back on your head right now? He was using his hat to cover his junk. Okay, so last night the house guests got some booze to celebrate good old Johnny Mac's birthday, which was today. Happy 28th birthday, you silly mofo. We love you. Okay, so he's like asleep all the time, but it's totally fine right now because it's like Godfrey on Big Brother Canada. You just gotta sleep through the first half, then you wake up for the second half and make it to the final two. Just do it. So I'm pretty excited for Johnny Mac. I just hope he can keep it up, stay under that radar, and happy birthday. Okay, so seriously, love that guy. All right, so last night, amidst all the celebration, Liz Julia decided to pull Day aside to try and make amends. So she was like, Day, like, I'm really thankful that you gave me immunity for the week, and I can't do that the whole time. I'll save it for the puppet show. But she was basically saying, like, I'm sorry for what went down yesterday. It was pretty much the same stuff that she said to Audrey about how she was, like, really overwhelmed when Audrey was confronting everyone in the cabana room, and it was just, like, really intimidating. So Day was like, no, it's really cool, it's fine, like, we're good. So then Liz leaves the room, and Day turns to the camera and is just like, how's this girl gonna come up to me right now when I know her alliance is coming after me? It's BS. I don't buy it. Liz is a liar. So that happened. And then we were treated to some more Jason Becky drama. Who doesn't love that? She scolded him for trying to take more wine before everyone else got firsts. Don't do that. And then, Jace's favorite, she shushed him again when he was talking about weed. She doesn't want any of that talk in the house. So then Jace was getting so pissed. So he decided to go on a weed rant, and he was like, I'm the lonesome stoner in this house, like, what's wrong with smoking weed? Blah, 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 blah. So he was like freaking out, and he was talking to Liz, and he's just like, I can't take these prude F's. So then Austin walks in, and he's all, we're the cool kids, blah, 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 same crap. Okay, but it was ridiculous. Jace was getting so worked up about Becky shushing him. It was kind of hilarious, but at the same time, I was just like, ugh. Okay, so let's talk about Austin and Jason's strategy right now. They are still trying to get James to nominate Jason because everybody knows that Steve is going to use the power veto, of course, so there's got to be a replacement nominee. They're going for Jason, but in reality, they're really going for anyone other than Jace. So they bring all this crap to James, and then later on, James is talking to his allies, and he's like, yo, I'm definitely still nominating Jace. Like, I'm not budging on that. And he was even thinking about using Jace's little song in his power veto speech. So he was going to be all, long hair, don't care, tattoos everywhere. Jace, sit your butt in that chair. Yeah, so he changed up the end a little bit. But how funny would that be if he actually used it? Hilarious. Alright, so let's talk about Jeff and Jackie. I feel like we don't really see them together that much, but they had a brief check-in last night, and Jeff was like, Jackie, I'm hearing some rumors about you right now, and it's getting me a little worried. So he's like, can I ask you something? Are you in a girls' alliance? And she was just like, no effing way. So she's like, Jeff, you're the only one that I really trust. So he's just like, okay. So then they're talking about how they're getting a little bit worried about Audrey because she talks to everyone. I'm waiting for Audrey to start talking to, like, the plants or, like, the weights in the backyard. She's like, I'm getting really nervous about that freaking wave in the living room. It's looking at me weird. It said it doesn't trust me. Seriously, though, she's all over the place. It's way too much, way too soon. So again, that will come up again too. So Becky decides she's going to apologize to Jace for shushing him again. She heard that he was really upset about it. So they talk it out, blah, 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 hugs. That's all great. Let's talk about the twins. Are they blowing it? Liz Julia was trying to talking with James, and James was just like, I can't even take you seriously right now because you're being so weird. Because he was saying how she's usually so fun and bubbly, and now she's all like business and trying to talk game, and it's like she has multiple personalities, and it's weird. So it seems like people are starting to catch on a little bit. Better be careful about that. So late last night, Audrey got super paranoid again. This time, she was calling out Jeff. She was like, Jeff, is this whole beef with Austin staged or what? And he was just like, are you freaking kidding me? If you really think that, you're insane. No way. So this went on and on for a little while, and it was just like ridiculous. So then very early this morning, I think it was like 5 something in the morning, people were up really late. Jason and Jeff were chatting about Audrey being a shit stirrer. So Jason was saying how Audrey's playing like they're crowning a winner tomorrow, and he's totally right. Big Brother is a marathon, not a sprint. She needs to like seriously take it down like 50 notches. And they're talking about how she's the center of all the drama, so maybe they should just like get rid of her soon because it's too much and it's blowing up everybody's games. So this morning Jeff was having similar conversations with a bunch of people about Audrey. He was like, Day, what's going on here? And Day was just like, yeah, Audrey's effing up my game. We're gonna have to take her out soon. He had another conversation with Austin about it, and Austin was like, yeah, Audrey made us hate each other. We're gonna have to talk about this some more. But first, it's time for the power veto ceremony. So of course, Steve used the POV on himself, and James put up Jace in his place. No confirmation yet if James used that awesome power veto speech. I don't think he did, but it would have been hilarious. But Jace was so pissed after the POV ceremony. He's pacing around like a caged tiger in the comic book room. He's like flipping off cameras. I won't do it. But he was freaking out. So Austin's just like, dude, you can't be blowing up right now. We're gonna try and get you the votes, but like, do not blow up. So Jace pulls James aside. He wants to talk to him alone in the HOH room. So he's like, James, I can't believe you lied to me. You said you were in an alliance with me, and then you put me up on the block. And James is just like, this is Big Brother. People are gonna lie. Do you really expect to like come into this house and never lie? Come on. So Jace is just like, you just basically took a dump on me, and you're embarrassing me, you're embarrassing my family, and you're not gonna win now. You're totally screwed for the whole game. Is he really though? Because I feel like a lot of people want you gone, so it's really not that big of a deal. But James was like very, very level-headed throughout this whole thing. He was very respectful. He was like, it's a game move. Honestly, I don't want to be up against you in competitions. You're a huge threat physically, so don't take it personal, or personally. So then Jace is like, well, I see you're wearing that WWJD bracelet, so like, what would Jesus do if he was in the house? He wouldn't effing lie. So then James is like, don't be bringing Jesus into this. So I have to say, Jace, you got. So just like, stop being a dick. Moving on. Austin and Liz had a little strategy chat today. They're pretty much bracing themselves for Jace to leave. They're just like, you know what, maybe it'll be good for us if he goes, because he's kind of a loose cannon, and by kind of, I mean like extremely. So they're thinking, you know, but we might be able to get those 7 votes for Jace to stay this week. So Austin is like, I think we should start working with Jeff right now. Are you gonna be able to overcome Jeff's dad bod and work with him? I know it's like insulting to your eyes, but are you gonna be able to handle that? So he tells Liz, you need to like use all of your stuff to bring Jeff in, and she's just like, alright, like I don't feel like it today, but I'll talk to him tomorrow. So they also talk about how they can't trust Clay at this point because they feel like Audrey has Clay wrapped around her fingers, and Audrey's just gotta go. So other than that, this afternoon, Jace is just like constantly talking about how pissed he is and how embarrassed he is that he's probably the first one going home. He's upset because he got rid of his beach house and now he's gonna have to move back in with his parents. And Audrey, up to her usual crap. My head is going to explode. She needs to calm down. So let me know what you guys thought of all this. I know it's a lot to digest. It's been crazy town so far. It's exciting though. So let me know what you guys think. And until tomorrow, much love.
Edit.